Israel is already realizing its genocidal objectives. It has effectively destroyed Gaza. It moved systematically from the north of the south to the south of the Gaza Strip. It has destroyed most housing, most civilian infrastructure, hospitals, schools, mosques, clinics, ambulances, graveyards, courthouses, monuments. I mean, the purpose is very clear by the action, even if you didn't listen to their genocidal statements, that they're trying to erase Palestinian civilian life in Gaza to make it impossible for the survivors to have a normal, dignified life. They're a process that started more than 15 years ago with the siege already, but has now been, as I say, expedited into all-out genocide there. And there's very little left of the Gaza Strip that would allow survival. You mentioned starvation. I mean, this is actual starvation in a piece of land on the Mediterranean Sea, something that we have not seen before. Imposed starvation, imposed disease. The numbers of those who have died, who have been annihilated here, are going to grow very significantly. The military attacks are continuing. We received notice today of moves now toward Rafah, the southernmost town in all of Gaza, where virtually the entire population has now been concentrated in an area that can really only sustain a few thousand. And now we see the move to finish the job. I think Israel is expediting its action toward that end because it knows it cannot continue forever. But I think they've already succeeded in destroying Gaza and destroying life in Gaza. And now what they will look is to manage the aftermath, which they hope will result in keeping the situation bad enough that those who do survive will voluntarily leave through the Rafah border and either die in tents in the Sinai or be absorbed in the diaspora elsewhere. In just the latest, as the South African case points out, just the latest in a series of ethnic purges that started in 1947 and has really continued, punctuated throughout history up until this moment. Consequences is the open question. We've seen a failure of international institutions. We've seen the political corruption of the International Criminal Court, which has been delaying the bringing of consequences for Israel for years. And that situation has only gotten worse under Karim Khan. We have seen a failure of the United Nations to deal with this for what it is, which is a genocide, as opposed to just a humanitarian challenge caused by an earthquake